This episode is brought to you by Red Leg Custom Woodworks. Go on and get yourself a motherfucking round just like this one. He does 105s and 155s and fucking custom made to your liking. Go to redlegcustomwoodworks.com or email him at redlegcustomwoodworks@gmail.com. Anyways, with that being said, Gunline. Fire mission coming down. I'm your host, Lopez, and you're listening to the On the Gunline podcast, where we shoot the shit like we did in the past. And honestly, I was supposed to do an episode on Friday, but I've been going through some shit here recently. I'll probably get into it with y'all. I might fucking reveal some shit about me. That whatever. I think some people need to hear it anyway. It might help them out. But as always, my homeboy Lee Hunt here with me.
Gang.
What's going on, Big Pimpin'? How you doing today?
Chilling. I'm feeling decent, shall I say, man. Yesterday I was kind of under the weather, still a little scratchy throat, a little sneezing, a little coughing, but I'm good, man.
Sound like a little Rona-ish to me, to be honest.
Nah, I can taste it.
Dude, I tell you, it's been quite a fucking month for me. This month of September, it's honestly, you know what? I'll just rip the Band-Aid off. Hey, check it out, y'all. We have a plan of what we're going to be doing today, what we're going to be talking about, but I'm gonna lead off with this just to get this out of the way. I just spoke with one of my friends that knows me pretty well. We were FaceTiming together, and the first thing she said to me, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" She's like, "You don't seem it." And, you know, some people know you like that, you know, like they can see it, like whether it's in your fucking eyes or your demeanor. But she noticed that something was wrong. And honestly, I'll be 100% with y'all because I don't like faking the funk. Recently, I've been going through a fucking funk myself. Just I don't know, bro. How can I put this? I know, you know, I'm not gonna put your business out there, but I know for myself, you know, I for the past, I would say maybe year and a half, I feel, and I hate saying that, but I feel like I've been putting on a fucking mask and trying to be something that I'm not, you know, and by that I mean happy. All right, happy, and in all sincerity, I don't feel fucking happy. And that sounds gay as shit.
No, man, I don't think it does, man. Like, that's the thing that we got to get out of. Like, when we say, like, I don't feel happy, it's okay not to feel happy. Hell, you know how many times, like you said, you ain't gonna put my personal business out, but look, we talk personally, and I'll be like, dude, I'm not happy, man. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me.
Right.
Like, I've had to call you before and be like, man, I'm not in it. I'm not myself. So I don't think it's nothing wrong with it. It happens to people, man. It does, especially people that have been through some traumatic events that like we've been through. Like, I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose you or anything like that, man. But like, it's normal. It's gonna happen. The thing about it is, like, I believe that those old veterans, them old timey World War II, Korean War, Vietnam, those salty ass veterans, you know what I'm saying? They experienced this shit too. It's just that, you know, they felt like they couldn't talk about it due to that era. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what the suicide rate with those people were. I don't know what the domestic violence rate with those people were, but I know that it really did affect them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But luckily we have, I was the type person that's like, nah, fuck this shit. I need to go talk to somebody.
Right.
This shit, like, I spent years in therapy, you know what I'm saying? All paid for by the Army. I was like, fuck that shit. Like, I gotta get this monkey off my back. But yeah, man, congrats to you to coming out and talking about it, man. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever, man.
It's just like, I don't know, man. Honestly, it's like I've been trying to figure a way to put it into words, but I can't. I really fucking can't. Like, I mean, I called the VA, and, you know, this is going to be a story that I've just had with the VA recently. Here in San Antonio, I would go to the Frank Tejeda VA clinic. All right. I haven't gone in about 3 years because I'll be honest with you, work wise, I can't be missing work like that. And, you know, every time I go to the fucking doctor, yeah, I get it. You know, she was looking out for me, but it was always like, you're getting fat and you need to take these pills. You need to take that pills. You need to take this pills. And I was like, I'm fucking over it. I'm not going to be going there again just to be told the same shit over and over. You know what I mean? And so I stopped going. and then Rona hit, and then I couldn't make an appointment because they were only seeing like specific fucking things or specific emergencies or whatnot, right? And anyways, my mental health at the time, I think I thought I was dealing with it correctly. I thought I was fucking okay. Like I said, lying to myself at the end of the day is what I've boiled it down to. I've been lying to myself. And it's I take the fucking pills that they gave me, and I call them. All they do is just make me stop me from being a more asshole than I already am. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And but fucking, I don't know, dude. It's just like everything. I just feel like shit's just kind of like not a water bottle, but like a Pepsi bottle or some shit. You shake that bitch up, it builds pressure, right? And eventually enough pressure is going to make that shit pop off. I think that's where I'm at. Like, I mean, I've just been intaking shit, and putting the facade or putting this face on like everything's all gravy. I'm crimson and clover. But in reality, I'm not, dude. I got a promotion at work that I thought was going to fucking make me feel better because I feel accomplished. And I'm at the point where it's like, I don't give a fuck, but I'm still giving 100% at work regardless. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's not going to stop. That's just me. I work because I want to work because I want to feel productive. I want to feel like, I don't want to feel like I'm giving into this fucking stigma that they have of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that in a way though is probably fucking me up more, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If I could, man, since you talk about stigmas, man. So obviously I'm not going to say no names, but apparently there's a woman that is she's homeless, right? And she's right outside of the college I go to. I go to Vista here.
Mm-hmm.
And I see her every morning, and it's crazy. She has a little scooter and she has a wheelchair, and she has a sign that says, "Hey, cash app me $100," right? And I'm like, yo, how do you have a phone and cash app, and how are you charging this thing? But that's besides the point. Apparently, she's a veteran, and I overheard that, and you know what I'm saying, and a couple of other people were like, if she's a veteran, why is she not getting help from the VA? Why is she out here right now? And apparently, even so, she goes to school at nighttime there. So daytime she's just like there, and then nighttime she's going to school. But yeah, man, like you got to get help, man. Like I know you're gonna do the right thing. There's no doubt in my mind that you're gonna be okay, man. One thing that I've been doing too, because like I said, man, like I've called you, I've called my mother, I've had to call people to just talk about, hey, I'm not feeling good right now, whatever. And I started listening to meditations at night. You know what I'm saying? And just things to try to help me reset my mind. There's and positive affirmations. Like I put on for like 8 hours. They have a couple of them. They're like 8-hour affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
So I play that at night while sleeping. It's just all seeping into my subconscious.
I'm gonna see if I can show you all this. All right. It's about a minute long. And if you can see it, let me know. Okay. So for y'all YouTubers, let me know if you can see this. Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Can you see it though?
Yeah, it's just got to play.
Oh, it's not playing? Oh, whoops. That might help, huh?
Yeah. Just TT.
Okay. So that's me laying in bed. All right. I'm trying to put it. There it goes. So my head would be up here.
Yeah.
You can't see it too well, but this is me at nighttime. She recorded this. It's hard to see, I guess. Oh, there it is. I'll start twitching.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can see the
bad. Yeah. You're twitching bad.
Oh, it gets better. She's right now just on my upper half. When it goes to my lower half is where it gets interesting because I start kicking my fucking foot, bro. And I apologize for the footage, but I see that's not my body twitching right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I apologize that the TV was on and she didn't want to turn it on because I wanted her to record me because this is the type of shit that I need to present to the VA. Like, look, I'm not bullshitting y'all. This is what's going on. You know what I mean? And you can't
they should be able to give you a sleep study too, man. Like, I don't know why they haven't done that.
Oh, they did. I got a CPAP and all that good shit.
But they should at least tell you what's up with the tremors and the
Oh, damn, it didn't show it all, man. I apologize. But this is the one. My bad. There's a different one. That's at my foot area. That's my foot over there. And anyways, I don't think it's gonna show as clear as it does. But there's my foot starting to twitch.
Yeah.
And the thing is that so it bothers her, obviously, because it wakes her up, which in turn wakes me up, which in turn I get about 4 hours of sleep at night right now. I'm averaging about 4 or 5 hours of sleep, y'all. And again, I think that adds to my mental health issues. You know what I mean? Now, just like I just want to put this out there. I'm not doing this I'm not asking for pity. I'm not asking, oh, woe is me. I'm not trying to do it for that. I think, honestly, this hopefully will get to somebody out there that is probably on the same boat as I am. And go get checked out, man. But here's the issue that I have with the VA, bro. Let me go back to that story. I apologize to the listeners. So let me go back to this story. I've been trying to get a hold of the VA. I didn't do it for 3 years, right? So because I didn't do it for 3 years, I got to see my PCM or PCP or whatever the fuck they're called. I got to see them to get a referral for mental health. Okay. Mm-hmm. Bro. So Tejeda used to be where I used to go to. But because of the Rona, it shut down, and now they got different little satellite places where you got to go to. They got different facilities you can go to, right? Okay. So week 1, I tried calling them at Tejeda to schedule an appointment. They gave me a phone number to contact. I contact the phone number. It's a call center. The call center directs me to, okay, we're going to go ahead and get you scheduled in, Okay. Nobody calls. So I try using eHealth Vet or whatever the fuck it is, the one from eBenefits. Send messages. I sent 3 different messages. 3. No response. Then I went to the find a location on eBenefits. I found a location, and they called me, and they're like, "Yeah, we're calling to schedule your appointment." I'm like, "Okay, cool, yeah." They're like, "Oh, it says here you haven't been seen in 3 years. We need you to call the call center."
Like I just called them motherfuckers.
Bro, I did that 3 fucking times. Finally, I got fed up, and I went to the nearest one over here, which is right down the road from my house. I go in there, and I'm like, I need an appointment. I need a fucking appointment. My mind, I can feel it fried, like done. My body deteriorating is what I feel like, honestly. And anyways, long story short, I finally got an appointment to go see a doctor, right? They did my blood work here on Monday. I got happy. Appointment was today. I'm fucking happy. Until yesterday, I get a call saying, "Oh, by the way, we need to reschedule your appointment because the doctors have to go to a meeting at Frank Tejeda to make sure everything's okay for us to start moving back in." So if they've known they were going to do this shit for today, why the fuck do they wait to the last day to tell me and reschedule me?
They should have. Yeah, they knew for a fact when the doctors were going to go to that place, so they should have scheduled nobody around this time.
Exactly.
Like, that's just.
It gets better
next week.
It gets better, bro. So I get a call also, last week for my mental health because I took their little intake form and it was a little excessive for them. So they wanted to check in on me. Mm-hmm. They said, "Yeah, we want to get you in. We need to see you. We want you to come in."
Yeah, no shit.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it gets even better. I'm thinking, all right, cool. I'm going to get an appointment here next week. It's so urgent that they need to see me that my appointment is going to be November 23rd.
God damn it, dude. What the hell? So it's crazy, man. Like, you mean to tell me y'all can't hire more people to work at the VA? Because y'all know there's a shit ton of veterans. So y'all can't hire more people to work there or contract people to help out. Like, this is coming from a dumbass 13 Bravo just thinking, like, why are y'all not doing this shit?
Here's what kills me. A lot of you shitbag pieces of shit out there, and I'm saying it in the royal use, not you, but
yeah,
that are clogging up the fucking system with your fake shit. You're the ones fucking it up for those of us that we try to push through with it because we don't want to admit that we have a fucking problem. I'm man enough to say that right now. I try to push through with it because I wanted my fucking balls between my fucking legs, and I thought that was the way to handle it. And honestly, I can't handle it no more. So I want to go get help. But there's motherfuckers out there that are getting fucking raided for shit they never fucking did, that are clogging up the fucking system for motherfuckers like myself and others that are trying to get seen ASAP. So thank you. All right. Thank you for your fucked up service, you piece of shit motherfucker. I hope I catch one of you motherfuckers in the street, you malingering pieces of shit. And I swear to God, I'm certified, baby. I will whoop the living shit out of your ass.
The water purification specialists that never went out of basic training.
Oh, those fuelers, bro. Those fuelers. They had it rough out there. Anyways, I'm not trying to downplay just by MOS. But if only 1% of the military, only 1% of the nation volunteers to go to the military, right? Out of that 1% that go out and volunteer, what do you think the percentages of those that actually saw combat or were involved in combat operations? I guarantee you it's about 1% or less of the Army.
You gotta be more specific with it. Sustained combat operations, because now people can go up and down the road, be in a convoy and be S1 to go do some paperwork, and their truck gets hit, and all of a sudden they have a cab and they think they're just who are combat veterans.
I'm sorry, like a mortar falling on Fob Falcon, and just because somebody happened to be in the DFAC, and it was close enough to the DFAC, everybody got cabs.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's like, man, I'm gonna tell you a little story, right? My shit too, man. So the CRCS thing, right? Or whatever it's called, right? So I did apply for that, right? Mm-hmm. They gave me 10%. They denied that I had any combat experience or any combat things. And they were like, well, you don't have a cab, so we need an award or something saying that you've seen combat. So I'm like, okay. I have a 638 from OIF1 that says I helped liberate the city of Najaf. No sustained combat operations. And that still wasn't good enough for them. I had one that said that I forgot how many rounds it was we shot in Iraq. It told the number of rounds that I shot in Iraq. Still was not good enough for them because I didn't have a cab.
Can't you get buddy statements or lay statements, SIRs?
I probably can, man, but I'm gonna wind up refiling for that again, because I know it's bullshit, and it's not like, oh, just give me. I earned that shit, man. Like I said, especially OIF1, man. It was 5 fucking days straight, and I got it.
It was the initial push, bro.
Yeah, and that's what you would think too, because it's dated. Like I said, man, 5 fucking days of sustained combat operation. 5 fucking days.
But meanwhile, you got an S1. And I'm just picking on S1 because they're HR.
We all know people in S1 that did get these cabs, and all of a sudden they're high speed, and it's like you literally on the fob the whole time. When
I seen a fucking Bronze Star for S1, that's when I was like, I'm done. I'm done. You want to give them an MSM. That's an admin award, But a Bronze Star, you just cheapened. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into that. That's another topic for another day. But yeah, man. So I just wanted to, start off with that, and so hopefully that wasn't too Debbie Downer for y'all listeners. No, you're not the only one out there. If you are, I used to handle it with alcohol. That was my go-to. I've been sober 3 years now, and so I think a lot of things are just compiling. And I got friends like Hunt here, Kowalczyk, Dowden, that I still reach out to, in the event that I start having these, I don't want to say breakdowns. I honestly think I probably had a mental breakdown a while ago, but I just been trying to push through for it because of my family, and I don't want my kids to see me like that. That's why I have this fucking platform here. That's what this was for. All right. So I think I'm getting the chills just thinking about it, but I think, it's finally living its purpose, yo. Yeah, but man. Anyways,
one thing I will say, man, I hope that was therapeutic for you too, man. I really do hope it was therapeutic for you, man.
It kind of was. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of was. But it was funny because just my homegirl, she saw it, what's wrong with you, Lopez? You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I haven't talked to her in a hot minute. You know what I mean? She was an old soldier that I met back in Mosul back in those days, and she's been I don't want to say I mentored her, but she was an E4, I was an E6, and like anyways, long story short, she was actually a guest on the podcast. So anyways, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and continue here, man. Now that my crying, my vagina, Sandy. Oh man, I had to get that fucking shovel. Where's that e-tool at, man? Get rid of all this goddamn sand that just fell out of my vagina. Anyways, let's talk about it. First thing on the agenda. I had a person reach out to me through the Instagrams. All right. It looks like he was a former red leg. Okay. He does have some kind of artillery experience simply by his name. He follows us on the Instagram for the On the Gunline podcast, and his name is Dr. Willie Pete. So I'm guessing that he does have some artillery experience. And I'm hoping I didn't delete that fucking post because I was embarrassed by it. But here we go. Dr. Willie Pete says the following. All right. Shit. All right, Dr. Willie Pete, it is on you. Shit, if I can find it. Okay. I believe that Toad is entirely too taxing or for efficiency and speed. I think it worked for GWAT, and for those unaware, that's Global War on Terror, in earlier wars when firing bases were plausible in targeting systems or aerial support in the future against, oh my fucking God, I suck at reading. Kowalczyk, I know you're going to have a joy listening to this shit. All right, stand by, y'all. Stand by. I'm trying to get this right. All right, here we go. You ready? We're going to try this again. I believe that Toad is entirely too taxing for efficiency and speed. I think it worked for GWAT in earlier wars when firing bases were plausible because of the lack in technology and targeting systems or aerial support in the future. Aerial support. But okay, there a period would have been nice there. But in the future, against near peers is a game of seconds. This isn't a complaint of it's too hard. It's an argument of speed and effectiveness. Now take Toad operations and imagine sustaining that for 9+ months rotation, constant emplacements, and rapid march orders. Fatigue and casualties will take its toll. Greatest threat to the field artillery is counterfire, followed by aerial assets. Even with digital upgrades, it's too much manual labor and it's too much reliance on GPS and high dollar electronics and cables. Need something self-propelled. I think somebody is telling them that they were on a Cadillac. Mm-hmm. Outfitted with simplistic digital, but capable of analog and minimal reduction in speed. Last point. What does artillery constantly carry with it? Ammunition. We are a mobile fireworks store. That's true. Last thing I want to do is hang and bang, then take 3 minutes trying to get out before we get countered. A lot of my experiences with one. Okay, so he comes from the 119er Alpha 2 and 3 and the 109 Alpha 5. Alpha 5. Wow, damn, you went old school on that one. We got the Alpha 6, 19er 8, and my least favorite piece is a 777. I agree with you. I hate the 777. That thing is the opposite of quick and resilient. And if that is what we have to rely on as a M119er battery to cover me, fuck that. Okay, so I'm going to break this down Barney style from what I'm understanding of it, all right? You tell me if I'm wrong, Hunt.
Okay.
Get rid of all the Toad, just leave mechanized.
Yeah. That's what you said it's like Dr. Willie Pete. It should be Dr. Wet Pussy. First of all, guy, don't you ever disrespect the 119er like that again in your life, man. Like, I don't give a fuck. I hope you hear the shit. You ever disrespect my 119er like that? Okay? So there are gonna be times where we're gonna have to have a fire base. Like I don't know what the hell you think is going on. That 119er is gonna be sufficient. Listen, that is why there has to be training, and the training has to be hard. You have to make shit hard in the conditions here, so that when we go fight that near peer war, that the 13 Bravos will be ready for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know your experience. I ain't trying to call you out on that, but it's kind of like how we talked about OIF1, man. Yeah, like we did that shit. They weren't peer to peer, but we did that shit. And when it was time to fucking diddy mile, we did it the fuck mile. Plain and fucking simple, man. It's just gonna happen, man. If it's counterfire, it's counterfire. It's going to fucking happen. You don't think counterfire is gonna happen when you're in that Cadillac? Okay, guess what? You're gonna break track. Now what? Now you're fucking stuck. So I'd rather hook that 119er up in a heartbeat, roll the fuck out, and then instead of worrying about breaking track or some shit.
My point would be, I kind of agree with both of you on this, mainly because of terrain. You can't get a Cadillac in the fucking mountains of Afghanistan. Not fucking happening. You're going to need a fire base. You're going to need a cop. You're going to need a fob, regardless, to have your operations mobilized from. You know what I mean? So I get that, conventional warfare is not there as it used to be, like linear warfare where we had fucking phase lines and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's all more guerrilla tactics now. And however, you still need to have a presence in places. Now, I'm not an officer. So, I mean, I didn't go to the war college. I didn't go to West Point. I went to war. And I'm just going by the shit that I saw. You know what I mean? I'm going by my experience. Cadillac is cool and all, but I guarantee you in Afghanistan, in those mountains, it's not going to be possible to air assault that bitch in there. Secondly, being a person that was on the Paladin, on the Alpha 6 initially, and then converted to the 119er, and it was a hard conversion for me because I came from that mechanized mentality where digital was the best. I realized that digital artillery is semi fucking same thing as goddamn MLRS, y'all. Honestly, you just push and play.
Yeah.
You want to do real artillery? Do degraded ops in the Paladin. Then you'll show me something. All right. I'll tell you what, when I was in third ID, that's one thing I did push for. When I got back from Korea, I wanted to fucking do degraded operations because when I was in Korea, we had the Alpha Juliet or the Annex Juliet, whatever the fuck it was called. And that shit was gay as fuck. We had to read back every fucking piece of data that came down. Dude, I'm talking about the fire mission will come down to your system, right? You had to pick up your fucking mic. Gun 6 has 3 rounds. Lot Alpha Whiskey, HE, PD, blah, 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 blah. Bro, why am I doing all this shit if it's in my fucking front of me? I could just fire that shit. You know what I mean? Anyways, so that was one thing. But anyways, so my system went down one time. It was my servos, actually. My servos went down. My servos? Yeah, my servos went down. And so I had a joystick the bitch, basically. These motherfuckers would not let me joystick to fire. The FDC would not allow me to joystick to fire my piece.
I'm scared.
Yeah, because, we're too close to North Korea or whatnot. Whatever, I'll start a fucking give a fuck. But anyways, what the problem is, though, that it's because I think a lot of them don't have faith in the competency of a section chief knowing how to do gunnery besides just lay key backlit action command with intolerance, no warning messages. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And that's the shame, man, because it's like, okay, if y'all don't have that, then whose fault is it? If you don't have confidence in me to do it, then it's probably chief of a firing platoon.
Oh, that's smoke.
Try to do his job.
That's
but like, there's nothing wrong with it, man. I was actually able to be platoon sergeant on right before I got out, right, and went to the field, and degraded ops was coming up. Now this is fucking. Probably shouldn't have fired this shit, but so we go out there. I got my LT. Me and the LT were setting up the aim circle, safety circle, right. No. My shit is G to G. He can't get his shit to bump. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then the incoming BC goes over there, right? My shit is still G to G. Incoming BC can't get the shit to bump. So I'm like, you know what? I was like, hold up. I'm finna come over there. I went over there, right? Had my shit set up, went over to their shit, broke it down, set it back up. I bumped, right? I was like, I'm bumping. And then I was like, hey, gun 4. Hey, we finna go ahead. Hey, we finna go. I was like, yo, what you got for the aim circle?
Mm-hmm.
He told me what he got. I'm sorry, the safety circle.
Right.
He told me what he got. I was like, hey, you intolerance guy. You finna fire that shit. Yep, he did that shit degraded too. And then what's called the incoming BC, he was kind of scared, but he shot that shit. The motherfucker landed safe. He was like, I don't know what kind of voodoo magic you did, but you did it. I was like,
you know what? I guess I'm gonna have to put the blame on those that train these officers in Bolick. I'll wait.
Oh no, man. Yeah. Nah, man. Did we do that? Yeah, they did actually teach him a little bit about the aim circle.
I would hope so. I mean, goddamn, sir, you should know how to fucking. We have to bump and then see red, reread. You know, we all did this stupid shit. Goddamn, fucking. Anyways, you know what would be funny is he probably had metal around him, and when he was fucking.
No, I made sure because he seen me take all my shit off. I was like, come on, you know what I'm saying?
It's not that difficult, and it's not like you're being timed. I'm sorry, in school we got timed on setting up that motherfucking circle. You better have that shit all the bubbles centered.
Yeah, man.
Motherfucking that plumb bob better be on point.
We were not getting time. And what's so crazy, man, is like I'm not even saying I'm the best at it because like we have a mutual friend. One of the dudes we deployed with, right? Mm-hmm. One of my best friend, right? I was like, before I even went, you know, he was the Mike Golf at his unit. And I'm like, listen, man, I need some refreshing on this real quick, man.
Right.
Because I'm not trying to go out there and be bummy in front of my new platoon. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
so he was like, man, shit, don't worry about it. Bring your aim and circle. So brought it, set it up, went through everything with him. I was like, all right, cool, man. Appreciate it.
There you go. Dude, I know I haven't been in the Army in 6 years. All right. I know that I would need a refresher course, obviously. But I guarantee you send me to Fort Sill for about a week, I'll be ready to certify. Guaranteed. Because field artillery is a perishable trait.
And that's why it's like it threw me off. My buddy was talking about getting rid of it. Nah, man, you need it. Like you're trying to be too reliant on fucking digital capabilities. Mm-hmm. But what happens? So you in that Cadillac, what happens if we get hit with an EFP? Then what's gonna happen?
Oh,
you ain't gonna be able to move. You're gonna be sitting there.
Well, not EFP. I think you mean the EMP.
Yeah, EMP.
You went back to Iraq with the EFP bullshit.
Yeah, we get an EMP, right? So your system is fried. Those hydraulics and all that other shit is gonna be fried, but you so worried about using that you ain't finna know, oh shit, how do I crank this motherfucker up? Did anybody run out aiming poles? Where the fuck is the collimator at? You know what I'm saying?
Yep, and that's the biggest thing. And that's my my concern. Like, okay, so let's say we do get a self-propelled. Now there are some self-propelled fucking options out there that are wheeled, that are not tracked. And they seem pretty cool as fuck, you know, minimal fucking cruise, automated, shoot and scoot capabilities. And it looks great. It does look great. But again,
Falcon or whatever?
Huh?
Was that called the Falcon? The one that had the 119er on the back of it?
Oh, I'm not even sure, bro. I ain't been paying attention to that shit in a hot minute. But his I agree with what you're saying though, as far as like the thing about mechanical shit is it's bound to break down. You know what I mean? Hydraulic fluid's gonna fucking leak. Something's gonna go wrong, and you gotta go and start cranking those motherfucking wheels. I don't know if anybody in the mechanized world has ever tried to use their fucking their wheels inside of the gun. 9 times out of 10, they're not equilibrated. So you're gonna try to fuck, and I probably lost a lot of motherfuckers right now with that word. Yeah. They probably have no idea how to fucking equilibrate their fucking their gun. Tell me, what's the elevation that you need to have your fucking your tube at? I'll wait. Yeah. Anyways, I still remember that shit. But
900.
Wrong. But
okay. Yeah, I wish a motherfucker would try to have a bitch at 900 and do that.
But and then he said the following though. Oh, he said he did say the cancellation of the Brutus and Hawkeye systems, and now the Army is eyeing up a 155 millimeter platforms and the chassis married but developed by other countries. Also, another topic, U.S. militaries need to part ways with towed artillery. Oh, so that was okay. So it started off with the cancellation of Brutus and Hawkeye. Is that what you're talking about?
Nah, this one, I don't think it's Hawkeye. It's something, it's like on the back of a Humvee, and it has like a 119er cannon on it, like the tube for it. and it just like pulls up, sets, and boom, 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 and you can leave.
So he respond. Oh, not that he responds, but he finished off with this. If nostalgia won wars, we'd still fight with biplanes. Trust me, I love my toad pieces and all the men I have learned from, served with, and have trained. But I think artillery needs overhauled. I used to joke that it's a dying art, but every day that gets more and more true. I want to be relevant and lethal again. That's why I have a MAGA hat in my office that says, "Make artillery great again." Bro, I mean, he's got a point. We do got to stay relevant. But I mean, I think I just don't want it becoming so dependent on. But see, with that type of mentality as well, I think. Yeah, I'm thinking like, okay, so get rid of artillery. The grunts, I guess they could carry their 11 Charlies with them, so they could fire mortars. But then I start thinking about the cost. Yeah, aerial assets are great, but you know how much a motherfucking missile costs versus an HE round?
Yeah.
So I think it's easier to air assault the motherfucking 119er and their crew.
Even the CH-47. You can do the UA-60 with the 119ers,
mm-hmm.
CH-47 with a 119er,
or a 777.
Yeah, or 777.
Well, shit, you could air assault 2 fucking 119ers on a fucking on a Chinook, right?
Yeah, shotgun it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your air assault experience coming out. My course, I had slick. God damn it, sling low, baby.
Yeah, cut this shit.
But yeah, you know what, Dr. Willie Pete, I'd like to invite you onto the gun line so we can go ahead and have this discussion. I think it'd be awesome to get your perspective on it, and because words can be read and interpreted differently.
Yeah.
So.
Dr. Wet Pussy probably didn't go over too well neither.
Hey man, if he was a grunt on the gun, if he was a ground pounder on the gun line,
he better fucking good. Yo, hey, fam, hey, it was a joke, not a dick. Don't take it so hard.
I'm sure he wouldn't. Yeah. I mean, granted, he does seem. I mean, he was on the 119er at one time, so that tells me that
he should know artillery.
All right, unless he was an officer.
Yeah. Oh, he's probably lieutenant.
I mean, well, we'll find out. Dr. Pete, hit me up, and we'll definitely discuss it. Oh man, I mean, I tell you what, I hope he's, yeah. I don't know. You know what? Let's go ahead and segue onto this. Let's go ahead and lose this motherfucking this topic like that white girl that got lost in Wyoming.
Yeah. Becky got lost in America. Freaked the fuck out. It was like, stop with that. Hey, so everybody stop what you're doing. We need a search party. We need to bring out Jay-Z. Bring them out.
See, and I know that this is going to get playfully racial. And for those that don't understand, we get playfully racial on here. But and sometimes seriously racial. Oh, first of all, let me start off with this, speaking about racism. Just like on the gun line, we have a topic we're going to hit, but other shit pops in. Bro, so I'm playing Call of Duty, right? Because I took yesterday off and I took the day off from work just for my own mental health. Back to the mental health thing, right? So I'm playing Call of Duty, man. And tell me why Call of Duty is like YouTube with comments. Motherfuckers call each other every goddamn racial slur I ever heard on that shit.
Yes, they do.
God damn. And then, I mean, this one black dude kept telling me that I was a white boy because of the way that I talk. And I wanted to tell him, bro, I'm not white, but just because I don't sound like, yo, what's up? Don't take my motherfucking accent for a weakness. All right. I am from the motherfucking hood. Don't get it twisted. But anyway, what I'm getting at is that it's always a black and white thing, though, mostly. Like I ain't gonna lie, this time the black guy started it, man. He started talking shit like to the white boy, and the white boy started talking shit to the black guy, And all of a sudden, he's like, "Oh, you're racist." He's like, "Oh, now I'm racist." So he dropped a hard R on that one. Yeah. And then the real racist came out of him. And then they started going at it. And anyways, I told him, "Nah, man, I'm Latino. I'm Hispanic." He's like, "Oh, you a Mexican?" Like, sure, I'm a fucking Mexican.
Why not, Chief?
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, he's like, "Oh, well, you part black anyway." Oh, man.
Man, you one of us.
That's exactly what he said. He like, you know that the black folk were the ones that were there in Mexico first. Oh man, then that started into a fucking other conversation.
Yeah, my mans know what's up.
Yeah,
my man know what's up.
You know what happened to your mans?
He probably got booted off that thing.
I muted the motherfucker. I just muted the mic. Yeah. I couldn't stand hearing that shit. I was like, look, bro, I'm on my day off. I just want to murk motherfuckers. I do not want a fucking history lesson that you think you know more than I do. And then he's like, "Oh, you just trying to sound smart, blah blah blah," because I was, I was giving some answers. Yeah. And I'm like, "Look, man, I don't want to talk about this shit. I just want to play Call of Duty, bro. That's all I want to do. That's all. Can I just shoot people? You know what I mean? Can we talk shit about killing each other in video games?
Sucks on the game, yeah, man. Yeah, the people be talking shit on the game left to right, man. Like I listen to my son, and I'm like, bro, you need to tone that shit down. I'm like, yo, it's 2 a.m. What you doing yelling? What you doing up? Your ass asleep.
Oh man, what were we talking about? Oh, the white girl. The white girl.
Yeah, Becky.
So going back to the white girl that went missing. Apparently, there's some folks on the black side that think that. How was that?
The white tears.
There's folks on the black side that are saying that America focused a lot more on her because they value a white life more than a black life.
A white one, especially a white woman.
Okay, they value a white woman's life over
I wouldn't even say
a black woman's life.
I wouldn't even say a black woman's life because, like, one, we all know that like black women are the most disrespected women in America. But even look at this, man. Look how many Native American women go missing.
Stop. Pump the brakes right there. Can you say that one more time, please?
What? How many Native American women go missing?
Right before that.
Oh, hands down. Not only are black women the most educated group in America, they also are the most disrespected group in America. Now, I didn't say it's by just white people or whatever. No, black men disrespect the fuck out of black women too on a daily basis. They do it in their rap music. They do it in the videos. I see this. They are still disrespected, plain and simple.
They're also very disrespectful themselves, though.
I don't see that.
Of course not. You're not, and this goes because you said that you will never talk bad about black people. So that's you're putting your black eyes on it. So
I just see a whole lot of melanin angels.
Well, you lying on that bullshit.
I see a lot of melanin angels, baby.
You mean bats.
I see a lot of melanin angels.
I'm just saying, what do you call a black baby with wings? Bats.
Yeah. I see a lot of melanin angels. I'll feel you, man. Your boy told me a good one. What do you call, a Spanish person on a bike? Well, 2 Spanish people on a bike.
Oh, here we go.
Organized crime.
Funny.
Funny. It was your boy too that told me that.
I'm sure I know which one it was.
Yeah, way back when we was in the cat. Oh, matter of fact, he said that shit to Cruz. Matter of fact,
Cruz. I was just thinking about that motherfucker the other day, man. We'll get into a Cruz talk here in a minute. To crosstalk, but tell me why you think your perception is that they cared more about what's her name, Gaddy Petito or something like that.
Yeah,
what's her name?
Because it was all on the news, even like in class, like all the one girl in particular was talking about, and it's like y'all realize that statistically speaking, Native American women and girls are the ones that are kidnapped more than anybody, abducted and murdered more than anybody. Like, but where's all the focus and attention on them? Where's all the focus and attention on these Native American girls that constantly go missing? Like, there's still a lot of sex trafficking with young girls, black girls, white girls, like even white girls, Spanish girls, especially Native American girls get sex trafficked a lot too. Mm-hmm. Where is all the attention on this shit at?
And
Now, it's sad what happened to her. No one deserves to be kidnapped, killed, no matter what race you are. So let me put that out there point blank. But when all the focus is just on one woman, when I'm pretty sure there's about 900 other people that got kidnapped or missing within that same time frame, but you have this petite little blonde-headed woman, and oh my god, and yeah, we just got into an altercation. Well, fuck the cop, because if you admitted to getting an altercation, somebody should have went to jail, especially if you've seen scratches on somebody. Somebody should have took their ass to fucking jail. The cop failed to do his fucking job too, him or her. The cop failed to do their fucking job.
Let me ask you, I think that this one was more sensationalized or placed more in the news. Firstly, because of that the cop, there was footage of her prior to her going missing. But I think one of the biggest things that made it more of a gather more attention is the fact that this motherfucker just went home, and got a lawyer, lawyered up, and said, "Fuck everybody, I ain't talking to nobody." And so I think because that incensed a lot of people. Like, you know, like you said, I mean, that could be my sister, my daughter, my cousin. You know, I don't give a fuck about the race on this. I give a fuck about the fact that this motherfucker I think that's what made it. If it would have been a black person, I think it would have been the same thing. Lawyered up, get the fuck out. It would have made waves of news. You know what I mean? But this person just happened to be a white person. But I have heard this theory, and I'm not going to deny that it didn't happen earlier on in U.S. history till, you know, like
Emmett Till,
till the 90s.
Perfect example. Emmett Till is a perfect example.
Dude, I mean, I just think, but yeah, I mean, rest in peace to that lady, man. I mean, that sucks. She was young. What was it, like 22, 23 years old?
Still had a whole life ahead of her. Like I said, no one deserves to be murdered. And I'm not trying to make it seem like I have no heart or sympathy for her or her family, what they're going through. Like, man, I got daughters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got a sister. I got a mother. I got nieces. I got cousins. So, you know what I'm saying? No one deserves that shit. No one deserves domestic violence in no matter what fucking race, ethnic group you want to classify yourself as. No one deserves to be in a situation of domestic violence, man or woman.
I think, if anything, if people feel that some kind of way that this is just, you know, because it's a white woman that is gathering more attention, that's fine. But don't just play it on the race thing. I'd rather just say, let it bring attention to the sex trafficking around the fucking country that's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, whatever happened to Epstein?
Yo, fuck that. Yo, have you been keeping up with what's going on with R. Kelly?
I don't watch the news, bro.
No, I don't watch the news neither. And like his shit is like I catch it on like my news feed.
Right.
Not Facebook news feed, but just
because you've been canceled from there.
Yeah, canceled again. But no, man, like R. Kelly is where he need to be. He's where he needs to be, and all his employees that were around him, them motherfuckers deserve to be locked up too.
I never watched the interview. I mean, I didn't watch the documentary because I have kids. And
don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
But it seems like I remember the biggest thing was when he pissed on that 15-year-old chick and he got off scot-free.
Bro, yeah, he did that, got off scot-free. And man, that documentary is so heartbreaking, man, because you have all these motherfuckers that were like, I should have said something. Your ass need to be in jail. And then on top of that, it's not only his assistants and the people that worked with him, the motherfucking parents need to be in jail too. Especially after, I say this because a lot of them parents, after that whole thing happened with that girl, was 15 and he was pissing on her. Everybody knew about that shit, and they still let their daughters go try to get record deals with this motherfucker. And then parents enabled that shit to happen too. You knew this motherfucker was sick, and y'all still sent your babies over there. You motherfuckers get fuck them parents. Fuck all them parents, man. You set your child up to get fucking molested and tortured. So fuck them parents.
Michael Jackson.
No, man. No. See that?
Michael
Jackson. I don't believe Michael Jackson, man. I don't believe Jackson did that shit. Honestly, I don't believe Jackson did that shit. But R. Kelly, bro, it's so bad, man. Like these people are fucking talking about what happened, pissing on him. That shit was just that was just the surface of that shit. This motherfucker had them bitches rubbing their own shit on themselves, man.
Oh, he's into the scat shit.
He had them rubbing their shit on themselves. He would like make
as minors.
Yes, even the adult, even ones that were like 20 or whatever. he would have them doing that shit. He would have these motherfuckers face the wall. If he had like people over, his homeboys over, they would have to face the wall.
Here's the thing. If you're 18 or above, you want to make those decisions to rub shit all over yourself, be two girls in one cup, that's on you. But the moment you're talking about a minor, you know, that's where I draw the line, bro. But still, either way, the nigga, excuse me, I drop N-bombs, all right? Sorry, my hood comes out sometimes. All right. But that motherfucker, I don't want anybody to think that was gonna hit me with a hard R. All right.
Yeah, hey, maybe you were the motherfucker with the hard R you were talking about on fucking Call of Duty, motherfucker. You was the motherfucking racist with the hard R. You son of a bitch. You almost got away with it. You almost got away with making us believe it was some white dude. Right. Yeah. Well played. You try to play the race card, reverse race card. You hit us with a motherfucking reverse on Uno.
Oh my God, I haven't laughed this hard in a minute, bro. But no, I mean that motherfucker, he got issues, bro. I mean,
he deserved to be where he needed to be.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I've never watched that type of porn, but I can tell I never jerked off to it. You know what I'm saying?
I think we all accidentally at one point got caught and seeing the whole.
I'm not gonna say it was accidental. I looked it up.
Two girls, one cup. It was the accidental for me because like it was one of the soldiers. He was like, "Oh, hey, come check this out, Sergeant." I'm like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Okay. What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying?
You busted up that fucking that what's his name? Kevin Hart. Somebody come look at this.
Yeah, I'm like, man, what the fuck is this shit? Like, man, you weird guy. Yeah, come on, brother.
Bro, I had a soldier that was into that not Japanese porn, but that cartoony porn.
Yeah, the anime shit, the hentai or whatever.
Yeah, he was into that shit, bro. I mean, I don't see what they get out of it, but whatever floats your boat. Yo. Yeah. Hey, by the way, people, I apologize if my shit's coming off weird on the mic. I've been noticing that it's been happening a lot, so my apologies ahead of time. If you guys are listening to it and is doing that, my apologies. But back to the white girl. Do you think it would have been hella different if it would have been a minority person on there?
I don't think it would have gotten. I think it would have got local. I think it would have got a little bit of national. I don't think it would have got as much. I don't think that it would have been resolved that fast. I do think that it would have, even like you said, if Buddy would have did that shit, you know, lawyered up, went home and lawyered up. Even if it was a black dude did that, like, I don't think it would have garnered that much. What's it called? Like, did you know there was I'm pretty sure you know about this shit. Man, there was a shooting here at Fort Hood not too long ago where it was soldier on soldier, like male soldier got mad at female soldier. They used to talk or whatever. They was outside the club. She was like, "Yo, fuck you, get away." Chased her down and shot her, killed her.
Wow.
That shit didn't get enough. I guarantee that shit didn't get no media attention. And she was Hispanic.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, if black folks want some fucking attention, they getting it now.
I don't know. Like, it's crazy. Now. And it's crazy. It's like, and I say that even though what happened with what's the name? Vanessa. Like that did get national attention.
Don't even get me started with that bullshit. My views on that are not those of everybody else. So, but you know what? Anybody want to know my views on that?
Go ahead.
I'll tell you my views on that because this is the motherfucking Gunline.
This your shit.
This is the Gunline, and I always said I don't censor myself and I don't fucking edit. Here's my view on that shit. I think old girl was fucking old boy. I think that old girl found out that she was fucking old boy. The white girl was fucking with him, and that she was gonna drop dimes to the chain of command because the white girl, I think, was married to another soldier, and shit got out of hand. All right, that's my point of view. That's what I think happened. So, hey, you do what you want with it. That's just my point of view. Now, with that being said, does she deserve a gate? No. You know, why don't we make a gate for that fucking that lost soldier as well that died out there in Fort Hood and Land Nav?
You mean got killed?
Huh?
You mean got killed out there?
Oh no. He died out there. The one that was in Land Nav, he died.
Yeah, he got killed.
Nah, bro. I spoke the guy that was in charge of that Land Nav course. I spoke with him. He was on the podcast. Ernie Mariscal We talked about that.
Man, I still think that motherfucker got killed.
Well, I don't know, Dave. You know what? Tell me your theory on that one then.
Like, man, I just think that nigga got killed. Like, how could you be that close? How can they find you that close to the road?
Word. Well, apparently he was dehydrated. Well, you'd have to go and listen to the podcast. Ernie Mariscal, he was on here a couple of weeks ago. We talked about that exact same thing, and the cover up that went through it afterwards. But anyways, with that being said, yeah, black folks, y'all getting a lot of fucking attention on the news now. I'll tell you what.
With Haiti and everything.
Oh yeah, with all these Haitians down at Del Rio, and just so people are aware, they're not on the Mexican side anymore. They are on the state side in Del Rio, Texas. All right, they're building a community there. There's a shantyville there. Motherfuckers have cut trees down and started making shit there. All right,
so that's what I'm talking about. Hey, listen, if the Cubans can do it, why the fuck can't the Haitians do it? Cubans just got to put one foot on American soil, and ain't nobody ever talk shit about that. Fuck Marco Rubio because his fucking parents did the shit. So fuck it. If you're gonna have it one way for one, do it with the same thing, man. Like I like Haiti. I hate how Haiti constantly gets taken advantage of, and Haiti itself gets demeaned, man. Like this, my opinions, it don't mean nothing. Like, Haiti was supposed to be an example to the world of what happens when these uppity Negroes decide to want to get their freedom. Haiti, you know, that's the only place, the place they got there, they took their freedom, right?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
They're the only ones, man. They beat the shit out of the French. They beat shit out the French. The French raped them. Your favorite people in the world, the Clintons, they raped them after that fucking that earthquake that happened about what 10, 12 years ago or whatever. They went down there and they fucking they took advantage of them Haitians, man. They're getting rich off of this.
Yeah, I mean, but again, Cubans were under communism, so they had the whole, bring them over here type shit. Haitians, they have their own country, on the island of Hispaniola, divided with the Dominican Republic, so they have their own country. So they're running their own government. Pump brakes there, pimp. So the Cubans, they have that whole, they're fleeing Cuba. All right. Hey, don't tell me. Talk to a Cuban about that shit. I don't know shit about that. My people are Central American. My people came here, on an airplane and overstayed their visa.
With pupusas.
But here's my biggest concern. Let me ask you something, man. How the fuck did all these motherfucking Haitians get to Del Rio from Haiti?
Well, that's the thing, though. They were actually, this is what the thing was, man. A lot of those Haitians that are there, they had been living in South America prior to that. Was it that earthquake that just happened not too long ago? It was that natural disaster that just happened. Mm-hmm. So they're the ones that actually came up from Central America to Del Rio. It's not so much of the ones fleeing that natural disaster that just happened. It's the ones that were already in Central America. Those are the ones.
Why are they coming up here?
Man, this is a land of opportunity, man. Land of milk and honey. And to better your point, right? When you're talking about, the Cubans fleeing communism, right? Mm-hmm. Look how we treat the Venezuelan people when their communist ran country, right? But we still try to treat them like shit. And it's a caravan of migrants coming. So why the fuck can't they, if they're trying to escape communism?
I haven't heard a caravan of Venezuelans coming.
They say immigrants.
That's usually the Hondurans and Guatemalans and Salvis. I know Guats are a bit of a topic for you.
They're awesome people. They're awesome people.
Makes you want to go retire out there.
Makes me want to retire out that motherfucker.
But
knock, motherfuckers.
But no, I mean, I just don't understand. Like, I mean, okay, so there was these pictures that went around. I haven't seen the video. I saw some of the pictures as far as like, motherfuckers on horseback, and they're trying to make it look like some Django Unchained type shit going on out there because they're on horseback with whips. However, upon further review, And that's why I wanted to wait till today, because, rather than speak with emotion about it and react on emotion, I rather react on the facts. And the facts were there were no whips.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see this picture, but like a mutual friend of ours sent us this picture.
Okay.
Sent me this picture. So it really, honestly and truly, like everybody knows how I am about certain things, man. But like, fact is fact or whatever. This is what the picture looked like from the front. This is what the picture looked like from the back. He grabbed his shirt. It wasn't so much of a whip. That was the rain of that in the picture. But it still doesn't excuse the way, like, I just don't. It's just something about the way they were fucking acting.
Stop. I'm gonna stop you right there, bro. Let me ask you something. All right. You have your home, right?
Mm-hmm.
A motherfucker you don't know comes into your home. What you doing?
Okay.
No. Okay. Simple. Yes. No. What are you doing when somebody comes to your home?
It comes inside my home, right?
Onto your property.
Listen, man, you can do whatever you want to do on my property. You can sit there for all I care. Now,
on your property?
Yeah, you can sit there. You can sit there on my property. However, if I decide to boil some hot ass water and throw that shit out of my house onto my property and it hits you, that's your fault for having your ass on my property.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I decided I just feel like doing this shit. It's my property. I'm finna water my grass.
So if, let's say you told this person, hey, I want you off my property though.
Hey, man.
And they don't want to cooperate and listen to you.
I would do the right thing and call the law enforcement, the local law enforcement. Wow. Yes, I would call local law enforcement and pray that they would get here.
This motherfucker is so full of shit, y'all. This motherfucker is so full of shit. Man.
I would call local law enforcement because I back the blue, and they have
Negro, please.
The blue has me there.
Up until you said I back the blue, you had me going for a second. I ain't gonna lie. I think that beer done got to you now. But yeah, okay. So here's my thing about it, bro. I mean, my stance on immigration is that. First of all, it's not a black issue. All right. It's not because they're Haitian that they're being treated like that. It's because they're Haitian that black folks are making it into a racial issue. And I'm speaking about black folk. I'm not saying you specifically, but I'm saying the Black Caucus or whatever the fuck they're called. They're oh my god, hey,
he's gonna be out there with another
dashiki.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be out there with another kufi taking a knee. I better see all you motherfuckers come next Juneteenth bowing down to me. Oh, if K Wall is listening, he better bow the fuck down.
I mean, shit, K Wall right now out on a road trip, man.
I know, man. I seen.
Yeah, that motherfucker is living it up, man. He got it. But no, I mean, I think it's pretty fucked up. Like, I try to catch. Look, I'm not a heartless person. Obviously, I'm not. I'm a child of immigrants. All right. My parents came here in the late 60s, early 70s. And, but back then the population in the cities wasn't as dense as it is now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It wasn't too difficult to get a job. But now, I mean, a population in the cities are fucking immensely overpopulated. And then, whether it's the Central Americans or the Haitians, there's got to be a limit. I mean, that wall sure looks fucking mighty fine right now.
So if it's a limit with them, then why do we still have the 1 foot on dry land policy when it comes to the Cubans?
When was that policy enacted?
So unenacted.
Okay. That's up to your government, right?
Yeah. But the thing is, you're right. It is up to our government. But far too often, I'm not saying you, but a lot of, because you, like you said, you try to stay center. Even though, you tip over to the right, you still try to stay center. But a lot of those hardcore, I'm going down this rabbit hole, people, they are just completely all anti-immigrant when it comes to black and brown people. Because like I've even said to them, so what about these Russians that are coming over here and having these anchor babies? No one seems to want to say anything about that. This is all fake news. You know what I'm saying? But seriously, if we're going to complain about Central Americans coming up from the border, sneaking in, getting over here, we need to stop the dry foot, whatever the fuck is called, policy when it comes to the Cuban people. I don't have beef with Cuban people. I want to go to Cuba. Y'all know me. Y'all know I have a thing for Latin women. Like I do. Like I have a thing for Latin women. That it is what it is. Like if I can get me a Cuban, game the fuck over. Game over. You know what I'm saying?
So, but okay. I want to circle back, like Saki says, and
yeah.
Tell me about these Russian women that are having.
So Russian women, like they were coming over in droves having these anchor babies.
When?
This was about like 3-4 years ago. Imagine
where's the data on that?
You're gonna have to give me a second now.
Oh no, you don't have to look it up right now. You can go ahead and we can talk about it some other time. I'm just saying, like, if it's happening, yeah, definitely it needs to be fucking. I'm not anti-immigration. What I am anti is illegal immigration. What I am, huh?
They're doing it the wrong way.
Yeah. Now here's the issue. I'm also common sense. The amount of money that it costs to come here legally is outrageous. The holes in the hoops that these people have to fucking jump through in order to come here legally is ridiculous. And they're paying about $10,000 per head to come here illegally. $10,000, Hunt. $10,000 don't come easy in those countries. That's easily the fucking year salary for somebody out there. You know what I mean? If not their life savings. So they're giving that up to come here.
Yeah.
Now, so there's obviously a problem with our immigration system. You know what I'm saying? That there is. And we can't just fucking say, you know what? No borders. Okay, let that happen. No borders.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. And I hate to cut you off, but I'm not saying no.
No, I want to go ahead.
Everybody needs borders. I think Genghis Khan taught us that everybody needs fucking borders. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, we just can't just demonize all these people, and especially the internment camps of the detention centers under 3 administrations, because let's face it, even under Obama's administration, those internment camps were not fucking ran right. They weren't. That's just facts. They weren't ran right.
They shouldn't even have them. I think they should turn everybody the fuck back. Send them home.
Yeah, someone's got, like, I feel you, man. It's real touchy, man, and everything. What I hate is the narrative that they're coming here to take our jobs. They're not coming here to take our jobs. Let's face facts. This is going to hurt some people's feelings. Americans are lazy as shit. If I know for a fact that Americans are too lazy to go out here and pick these strawberries, till the fields, do this construction for cheap, I know I can do it, get this cheap labor from here and pay them under the table. So I'm still doing what? I'm still being a capitalist, a greedy American capitalist like I am. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Americans aren't finna do that. You're not finna catch no American 20-year-old going out there and picking in the field, picking strawberries and shit.
I agree with you to an extent. I do agree with you to an extent. The field and shit like that. Yeah, I got you. I understand that. They're not going to do it for the amount of money that that the illegals come here to do them for, or the non-American born. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put myself in that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to need and necessity. Who needs the job? Now, as far as the construction goes, they are taking construction jobs because, like you were saying right now, I can go to Home Depot and get a motherfucking couple of illegals, and they'll go ahead and build some shit up, and they'll do it for cheaper. And you're right, that's capitalism at its finest, because it's the same fucking Americans that are, it's the same Americans that are hiring them. You know what I mean? So they are taking jobs.
But they're not taking these, like, I refuse to believe a straight illegal is about to do open heart surgery on somebody.
Oh, I got you. We're not talking about those jobs. We're not talking about fucking, like high paying jobs, high demand, or high education jobs. We're not talking about CEOs of fucking banks. We're not talking, we're talking about what it is, labor, general labor work. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So they are taking those jobs. Now, let's be real. All right. You were saying Americans being lazy and shit like that. A lot of these jobs are in the cities. You see where I'm going with this? You were just saying about Americans being lazy.
Yeah, break it down.
Okay, Barney style.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it happening in the cities that are considered urban, and so you just said there's lazy people that do the
what urban cities? What urban?
All right, you go to any city. You go to any city. Go to a fucking a Home Depot. I see a lot of Hispanics out there waiting to get a job, right?
No, man, I see hardworking human beings. I can't tell if they're legal. I don't know if they're legal or illegal. I just see people waiting.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, okay, let's say they're Hispanic in race.
Yeah. Well, listen, that's the thing. I don't know if
dominantly over any other race.
Yeah, they're like you said, they're out there
knocking.
Yeah, they are out there. They're out there at the Home Depot and Lowe's, but I am not going to be like, hey, were you born in America?
No.
Hey, just go ahead and I know what you're saying.
No, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of brothers out there that could be doing that type of work. A lot of brothers ain't trying to do that, you know.
Yeah, that's because we got other things to do. We're trying to be good fathers. We're trying to be good role models.
So these hardworking Hispanics ain't being good fathers or role models by going out and getting a job.
No, I didn't say that. That's what you said.
But that's what you're alluding to.
That's what I implied, huh? No. Okay. Let me see if I can wordsmith this a little better. You know, unfortunately, due to J. Edgar Hoover, his campaign to destroy the Black nucleus, we understand that, you know, we have to get that Black nucleus back. And sometimes, you know, we have to let our Hispanic brothers take those jobs at Home Depot and Lowe's, so we can kind of get that nucleus back.
That sounds like a fucking excuse, man. Because what better way to be a role model to your child than showing them daddy's a hardworking motherfucker?
You're right. Yeah, speaking of which, you know what? That's funny, man, because like...
Damn, you froze. God damn it. You're frozen. All right, you're back.
So with my son, right? My oldest son,
mm-hmm.
When I take my quizzes at the end of the week, I always like screenshot them because I normally get like 96 to 99, maybe even 100.
Damn, look at you.
So I'm like showing my son that, and he's like, lame, I get 100. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I love that, like that interaction that we have, because it's like, awesome. And he does that to me. He'll show me his grades and he'll be like, get on my level. You know what I'm saying? You know what?
It's great that we're talking about this right now, because this has definitely been a topic that I know that I wanted to discuss with you and that we've wanted to talk about. And if listeners, are you still hearing this? That's cool. If you want to cut off at this time, that's cool as well. But right now, we're going to talk about fathers wanting to be there for their children and their piece of shit mothers keeping them away. Now, I'm not saying that, you know.
Yeah, let me make one thing perfectly clear.
Yeah,
my situation. I'm not saying my ex-wife, me and her, we're not on that piece of shit type thing.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not talking about Hunt. Let me disclaim. This is not about Hunt. This is about other fathers that are trying to be there for their children. You know, trying to be that role model for their father, be that father figure. You know, that, you know, possibly a lot of them didn't have. So they learn from that and they want to be there for their children, you know? Mm-hmm. And the mother is using them as a fucking bargaining chip, or their mother. And thank God for Texas passing that law.
Yes. You know, I used to know that by heart. I actually gave that to a couple of my friends. I think it's 25.8 or something like that, or 25.3.
I'm just happy because, you know what, far too many times, especially in minority families, has the father, you know, just been a sperm donor and fucking gone away. And it continued the cycle that was, you know, implemented when, you know, the whole fucking, it's easier to fucking make money by keeping babies and not have a father around. And which led to
it's easy to get people hooked on welfare because you can't have a man in the house if you're on Section 8.
So basically made a generation of children or generations of children grow up fatherless, you know, and at no fault of the child, which made them fucking susceptible to the system and followed in some fucked up situations that they were unable to get out of because all they knew was what was handed to them without a father. Anyway, and their fathers became the people of the streets, and they ended up doing shit that put them into the system. Anyways, sure. I'll digress. I digress. Mothers, do your children a favor and let the father be a father. You know, put your pettiness to the side. And if the father wants to be there, let him be there. You know, yeah. Now, if he's abusive, I would understand that. Verbally abusive, I would understand that. But don't go brainwashing your kids, putting shit in their head. Oh, your dad's a fucking shitty person, blah, blah, blah. Because you know what? Maybe he was a shitty person to you, but he's a great fucking father to those children.
Yeah. Bro, I will say this, and this is kind of getting like personal with me. And like, I don't think it is what it is, man. Like, my mother never talked bad about my dad a day in her life. Not to us. Well, when we were kids, when we got, we got up in our 20s and whatever, she'd be like, yo, she's like, yo, that dude right there. You know what I'm saying? But she never did. My mother never bashed my dad in front of us. She never did. And like, I remember one time, like, he was like, yeah, I'm coming. My dad stayed in the next town over, which was like Midland, which is like 20 miles away, right? Mm-hmm. He was like, hey, I'm coming to come get y'all, right? Man, I fell asleep. It's so sad and pathetic, man. I fell asleep at the front door waiting on this motherfucker, and he never showed up. And that shit talking about broke my heart, man. And this is a little kid, broke my fucking heart, man. And it's like, I'm not saying I was always the world's best dad, because I really wasn't, man. Like, I think I was decent. And I say that just give myself some credit. I used to be decent, but I personally stepped my game up when my son drew a picture and there was a little boy and it said, hug me. And like, that shit changed me, because like, he couldn't even feel comfortable telling me, Dad, you're not hugging me. Yeah. You're not telling me the love. You're not showing me love. Like, I know you love me, but you're not showing it.
Right.
So it took him, and he left that shit so I could see it. And you know what? Like I said, my boy, he's 15 years old. He did that shit about like maybe 3-4 years ago. I still got that picture hanging up on his door right now.
Hell yeah.
I walk past that picture every day. I got to go to my room. I walk past that picture, and he was like, Dad, when you gonna take this picture down? And I told him never. I was like, I have to, that right there is to let me know I failed you as a father. That is a constant reminder that I failed you. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say
you failed. It was more along the lines, man, that we grew up in a society where emotions are seldom shown, especially in a male-dominated alpha male type of environment. We don't show emotion. That's the way we were brought up. You were hard. You got to always be fucking straight-faced. You know what I mean? Showing emotion is showing weakness. But that's because that's the mentality that we had, and we're evolving from that. Now it's okay to show emotion, but don't be a pussy about it either.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. Let's get that straight out there. We on the gun line. You can be emotional. Don't be a bitch. There's a big difference in between there. So, but yeah, with your kid, it's okay to be emotional. Yeah.
But it's like I like I said, I'm glad he did that, because like it honestly made me step my game up as a father. It really did, because it hurt. It's like, yo, you're not. To me, it's like you are failing your kids. You being just like your sperm donor. Mm-hmm. Even though I know I wasn't, but like I'm like, no, I got to step this shit up. Like now, man, all the time, man, he be getting mad because I'm always hugging him, but I see how he smiles now about the shit.
And here's the thing, right? It took something like that to let you openly express with your child. And I don't know if y'all can hear the background. My kids are fucking going crazy out there right now. Which I think is time to wrap this shit up. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get into our crosstalk today, but definitely we'll have something for y'all coming up. Make sure y'all listen this weekend. I'll be doing a shoot the shit with fucking my boy Marquis Davis. He has a podcast called True Information. It's been on hiatus for a minute, but the reason there was no shoot the shit this Friday that I just passed was because on Monday I was supposed to have Chuck Landis as my guest. And unfortunately, honestly, again, with my state of mind where it's been at, and then I had a migraine I wouldn't give you a good show. I wouldn't give you a good episode, and I'm not gonna half step this shit. I feel if I'm gonna give you something, it's gonna be content that is worth your time because you're giving me your time. So, Hunt, as always, I appreciate you being on here, man.
No problem, brother.
And to all y'all listeners out there, make sure y'all, if you're still listening to this, I appreciate it. If you're on the podcast, if you're listening to it on YouTube, do me a solid, man. Put the end. That way I know y'all listened all the way through. It tells me how much time y'all listen to. I mean, usually about people will initially listen to for about 15 minutes and they stop and they'll come back and listen to it later on or whatnot. But anyways, I appreciate y'all's time, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and look us up on the socials. I think it's what's that shit called? The TikTok.
Yeah, that I'm banned from all the socials.
Make sure y'all hit us up on the TikTok, which Hunt is banned from. Yeah. The Facebook, which Hunt is banned from. Yeah. Are you banned from Twitter yet?
No, I don't even tweet, man.
Oh, you need to get on that Twitter level, man. If y'all want to see some free naked OnlyFans bitches, go find their Tickety Talks, right? And they have a link to their Twitters, right? And on their Twitters, they show you what they usually put on motherfucking OnlyFans.
They do.
Loopholes, motherfuckers.
They bust it wide open. Wide open.
I'm telling y'all, man. Don't go spending your money monthly. It sounds like it's only $3 a month. Yeah, it sounds good. That's $3 you could be saving for a 40 later on.
I'm gonna tell you straight up before we end this, right? Yeah. So yeah, they are prostituting themselves for $3 a month. Mm-hmm. Pretty much. The Bible says you're supposed to buy them for a loaf of bread. Fuck that $3. Go get them hoes a loaf of bread and buy that shit, chief.
Yeah, there you go. You know what, man? I'll tell you what. Prostitution should be legal.
It should be.
Your body, your choice, right? Go do that.
Yeah, shit. But like you said, it has to be adults.
Oh,
sex work, that should be illegal. Like if you want to pay for that shit, go pay for it, brother. Hey.
We already do it anyways. If you look at South Park, look up the episode of Butter's Bottom Bitch. He breaks that shit down. He breaks that shit down. He got to take that bitch out to go eat, listen to her motherfucking problems. If you ask me, paying me $5 a lot cheaper than having to put up with that bullshit.
Oh, man.
Go look up Butter's Bottom Bitch. Do you know what I am saying? Oh, man, South Park was the shit. Anyways, y'all, with that being said, I appreciate y'all hanging out here with us. If you want to be a guest or know of anybody that wants to be a guest, let them know on the gunline at gmail.com. Come on down. What's up, brother?
I'm going to try to get my homegirl Stephanie to see if she wants to do it. She used to be in the Army. She actually goes to school with me right now.
Oh, word.
So I'm going to see if she wants another female to come on here.
Yeah, man, shoot the shit with us. Make sure you're on here with me because I don't want to catch a motherfucking IG complaint. Or HR. bro, trust me, you were not gonna catch one with her. Like she was saying something like, "You can fucking blow my dick," and I was like, "God damn, Stephanie, what the fuck?" Damn, she sound like she belonged on a gun line then.
Well, she worked with a whole bunch of fucking special forces cats, so she was just like, "Yo, blow my dick."
All right, y'all. If you guys like this shirt here, go check it out. It's there's a on the IG. There's a fucking, link in the bio on the Facebook. There's a shop button. Support the podcast. Maybe I'll make enough money to help me stop working and I won't think about blowing my fucking brains out. Anyway, with that being said, rounds complete, end of mission, gun line out. Bye, motherfuckers.